Hello, my dear students. Let us study Chapter 26 of Class 8th, Pulikkottil Joseph Dionysius II, the founder of the old seminary. Let us understand the great qualities and efficient leadership and great contributions of this great father to the Malankara Orthodox Church. Dear children, can you tell me where our priests have their theological education? Yes, they study either in the old seminary, Orthodox Theological Seminary, Kottayam, or in St. Thomas Orthodox Theological Seminary, Nagpur. Do you know who established the old seminary? It was established by Pulikkottil Joseph Dionysius II, about whom we are going to learn in this video. Early life. Pulikkottil Joseph Dionysius II was born in the Pulikkottil family in Kundamkulam on 25th November 1740. His parents were Chumar and Eliama, and his Christian name was Itu or Joseph. There are some places in Kerala which have a concentration of Syrian Christian population. Kundamkulam is one among such places. And do you know, our present Catholicos, His Holiness Moran Mar Basilios Marthoma Paulos II is also a native of the same area. Even though his native parish was Arthat Church, he maintained close relation with the vicar and the church in Parni, which was the parish of his mother. He learned Syriac language, arithmetic and Vastu Shastra from there and led a deep spiritual life. Vastu Shastra is the science of architecture. It is a traditional Indian system of architecture that describes principles of design, layout, measurements, ground preparation and space arrangement. In due course, he was ordained as deacon and later as priest. In the meantime, he started a Malpan school at the Chiralayam church in Kundamkulam and started to teach candidates for priesthood. He came to be known as Itup Malpan. The Syriac word Malpan means teacher. Elderly priests who used to teach and train candidates to priesthood were usually referred to as Malpans. Invasion of TIPU Sultan. TIPU Sultan, also known as the Tiger of Mysore, was the ruler of the Kingdom of Mysore. His invasion to Kerala was a calamity occurred during the period. The Mysore army forcefully converted the native people to Islam and murdered many. Do you know? They destroyed many churches and seminaries which belonged to Christians. The faithful were scattered to various places, and it was Itup Malpan who motivated the Syrian Christians to remain firm in their faith. The know-how the Malpan had in Vastu Shastra made it possible for the renovation of the destroyed churches, including the church at Arthat, which was gutted by fire. The great and historical contribution. Father Joseph, who excelled as Malpan, was professed as Ramban, monk priest, in 1808. During this period, the Arthat Padiola and Kandanadu Padiola were officially issued by the St. Thomas Christians. Padiola means our official and agreed document of faith and practices. Bible translation. In addition to the Catholic missionaries, other missionaries were also working in Kerala. They started translating the Holy Bible and order of worship to Malayalam. A need for systematic training and formation of candidates to priesthood was deeply felt at this time. And do you know, Itup Ramban gave timely impetus, meaning energy or force, and leadership for this ecclesiastical urgency. He, together with Philippos Ramban of Kayamkulam, translated the Holy Bible from Syrian to Malayalam. However, only translations of the Gospels could be done, and they were printed at the Courier Press in Bombay. Joseph Ramban started efforts to establish a study house, and do you know, his endeavours got the support of the British resident Colonel Munro and Queen of Travancore. Though there was a bishop for Malankara Church at that time, it was Joseph Ramban who guided the work of the study house. Ramban had enough foresight about the future of the Malankara Church. He was very much particular that the education and skills of the priest in the Malankara Church should not be substandard but on par with those of other churches where modern system of education had been introduced. Not only the education of priests, but also he felt the need of imparting education to common people also. Christians were not appointed in government jobs during that time. He helped many educated people to obtain government jobs. It was his efforts that led to the declaration of public holiday on Sundays. Consecration as bishop. While undertaking all these developmental works, he was a Ramban. However, during the establishment of study house, it became necessary for him to be a bishop in order to obtain due concessions from the government. Even though he preferred to remain a monk, he agreed to become a bishop solely for the benefit of the church. He was ordained as bishop by the Bishop of Thoriyur Church, Gevargis Mar Philoxenos Kidangan, on 21st March 1815 with the title Joseph Mar Dionysius I. Now, you must be thinking, isn't the title contradicting with the chapter name? That is because, since the title Dionysius was already given to the 6th Marthoma, Joseph Ramban was considered as Dionysius II. Further, since he was the first bishop from the Pulikkottil family, he was given this title Joseph Mar Dionysius I. That is, he is known as Pulikkottil I or Dionysius II. Establishment of the old seminary. The construction of the seminary, which started in 1813, was completed by March 1815 and immediately started functioning. The Naligetta, the style of constructing buildings on all four sides with a courtyard at the center of the seminary, completed 200 years in 2015. And do you know, it is a testimony to the Vastu Shastra expertise of Mar Dionysius. Though Reverend Thomas Norton, an English priest, was appointed as teacher in the seminary, the bishop introduced a curriculum which included studies in Syriac, Orthodox theology, prayer, fasting, solitude, etc. But his reign as metropolitan was very brief. He departed on 24th November 1816 after a brief period of 9 months as the primate head of Malankara Church. He was entombed in the chapel in the Kottayam Orthodox Seminary, which was established by him. Do you know, there was a practice of ordaining members of Paglometam family only as metropolitans. But this came to an end with the consecration of Pulikkottil Joseph Mar Dionysius II as metropolitan. The Kottayam Orthodox Seminary and the Malankara metropolitans who reigned from there became renowned in Malankara church history. The establishment of the old seminary was a seminal and decisive event in the church for several reasons. Acknowledging his great contributions, the metropolitan was given the title as Sabha Jyotis, meaning the light of the church, on 31st October 1991.
subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.